Good morning, guys, and welcome to Thursday's FRT Gold live video. Hope you're all doing well. We're a day closer to the weekend. The weekend's just around the corner, which is always great, and really nice to hit a bit of form yesterday with a much-needed premium tip winner. We'll go through that in just a second. Busy day taking place today. Really good days of racing. I think the evening's really good, especially from Epsom and Newbury, two of the biggest courses in the UK, of course. Just a reminder that if you wanted to ask any questions whatsoever about today's tips, any of today's races, maybe ones we haven't covered that you'd like some of my thoughts on, or just any general betting queries or anything like that, or some bets explained, that's absolutely fine. Do get in touch. If you can't join in this live Q&A session, remember you can email joe@freeracingtips.co.uk and get in touch via Facebook, which is facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. Plenty of ways for you to get in touch, so please do feel free to do just that. Yesterday, as I said, a much-needed premium tip winner. That came in the shape of Crafted, who was at 11-8 when first tipped, went off around about 5-4, so had a bit of money for him and won easily, to be honest. There was never much doubt. Jumped out of the stalls, was leading the way most of the way and absolutely made all. Ran the others into the ground, to be honest, won by sort of 3 or 4 lengths. As I say, never in much doubt, which is good, and hopefully that will be more of the same today with a premium tip and spark that much needed run that we need just a few days. But it's good to see that the month getting off to a good start, and as I say, hopefully we can do that along with the next best bet today as well. Did try an odds-on double for the next best bet yesterday, and I'm not saying it didn't work, but it's not something we're just going to completely forget. The odds-on double is probably going to just on its own, and sometimes it might be the premium tip or the next best bet. Today, I couldn't see much I liked in the way of an odds-on double. I don't just find the first 2 odds-on horses and think that'll do. They've got to be good value odds-on, and they've got to look like they're going to win. Some horses you can see odds-on that really probably shouldn't be that price. But yeah, the odds-on double, although there's not one today, it should return, and just, it's quite a sporadic feature, but one that hopefully can help us build those betting banks. But yeah, today it's just the premium tip, the next best bet, Lucky 15, little earner as well. So plenty for us to go through. Any questions, as I say, do get in touch. Racing today, it comes from Yarmouth, Haydock, Perth, Leopardstown, and then Epsom and Newbury, as mentioned, this evening. And the premium tip, that does go at Newbury this evening. It goes in the 8-10 there at Newbury, and it's Frangipani is our tip here. Now, this horse was a 7-4 when first tipped this morning. That went out to all you gold members, and then it did go to 13-8, and then by the time this premium tip was given out to all of the other members, the regular members on Racing Tips Facebook page, it was actually a 5-4 shot then, and that's what it is now. No non-runners in this horse just being really well backed, so hopefully we found one at a very much an overpriced horse there. So this horse still does look to be fairly well treated, to be honest, despite a £6 penalty for a win last time out, and I think could be really tough to beat. It'd be a really comfortable win last time out. You'll see it was only by a neck, but it could have been a lot more than that if Connection had wanted it to be, in a way. Richard Hughes is on board, and that is always a positive booking. He's one of the very best around, and should suit this horse. I think he's got a fairly good strike rate for Ross Charlton, and Ross Charlton's yard seems to be in decent enough shape. Should go really close today, and does look to be the one to beat, no doubt about that. And yeah, looks to be a good premium tip there in the 8-10 at Newbury. It's Frangipani. It was 7-4, now at 5-4. The next best bet for today, that goes in the 7-10 at Epsom, and it's Swiss Cross at 2-1. Now this horse put in a good performance at 12-1 when finishing second in what was a really tough handicap on Derby Day over this course and distance last time out, and I think should go well here, considering that this is a weaker race. I don't think there's much doubt about this. Has actually won over course and distance in the past as well, so seems to love this track and trip. Conditions look to be ideal today. Has Sylvester de Sousa on board, who, despite having a tough season, is certainly a man worth following. He's having a tough season for the fact that, he seems to have lost most of his Godolphin rides, but that means plenty of other trainers are cashing in on his expertise, and he's a man worth following, I think. So hopefully this can do the business today. The next best bet, which is in the 7-10 at Epsom, it's Swiss Cross at 2-1. Right, so the two horses making up the Lucky 15 to go with the premium tip and the next best bet. Of course, you can either do this as a Lucky 15, making up to 2 points in total, or you can do them as 1 point win only single bets. And our tips here, we have Sesamic, and that's in the 230 at Perth, and that is currently around about the 7-2 shot. This horse runs for Gordon Elliott, who has an excellent strike rate at Perth and could be a real progressive horse, I think. And then the other one goes, it's Midlander in the 210 at Yarmouth, currently around about 5-2. No, around about the 3-1 mark you can get now. Was 5-2, but a bit of a drift, but not one I'm too concerned about, to be honest there. Potential returns from £1 stakes for this lucky 15, you're looking at around about the £370 mark. Right, the little earner today, that goes in the 3 o'clock at Perth, and our tip here is Politeness, and that's currently a 6-1 shot. That's from 15-2 this morning. Actually won over this distance in the hands of Wilson Rennick last time out, and he's the man on board today. That form actually worked out really well, with the horse that finished in second place going on to win in what was his next race. So that's some decent form. I think this 5-year-old should be full of confidence after that win and can go in again today. Should certainly be involved during the closing stages, and looks to be great value there. The little earner in the 3 o'clock at Perth, Politeness at 6-1. That's from 15-2. So they're all of our tips today. As I say, any questions through them throughout the day, if one suddenly pops into your head at midnight about one of the tips and what happened with it or anything like that, feel free to email me. I'll always get back as soon as possible. So just as I know we've mentioned a bit every day, but the Coral Eclipse is no doubt the biggest and the best race of the week by far. The Group 1 taking place on Saturday, and Kingston Hill, who's coming in for some big support, was as I reported at 12-1 yesterday, and I said that would probably be my only each way anti-post bet, and that's looking like a little decent one now if you did get that 12-1 each way on Kingston Hill, because it's now currently being offered at around about 8-1. I think there's some showers forecast. What is fairly interesting though is Andrea Atzeni, who is the man who's often been on board this horse and who gave him an excellent ride in the Derby. He's actually heading to Haydock on this day. Now there might just be that there's more rides there, but it could be that could be a little bit. It could be a bit of a concern. But Frankie Dettori is the man on board, and he's of course an excellent jockey, still one of the best in the business. So he's the one riding. But it is quite interesting that Andrea Atzeni is going to Haydock. Perhaps, there is quite a strong chance that this horse won't run. We shall see. But as I say, I think there are some showers forecast, and if there is any sort of soft in this ground, then it might just play right into the hands of Kingston Hill, and the few won't like it soft, I can tell you that now. But in terms of latest betting for this one, it's now 9-4 the few. The horse that we thought was going to come in for a lot of money is now on the drift a bit. Night of Thunder is around about 9-2. Verrazano is an 11-2 shot, and all of those drifting a little bit. That's because of the money coming for Kingston Hill now at 8-1. So really looking forward to that Coral Eclipse. We'll probably have a real big preview for it this afternoon. So head to freeracingtips.co.uk, click on big races, and from around about 2 PM there should be a preview on that with a tip once I've just managed to even digest it a little bit more. But I'm keen on the few, but there could be some good each way value out there as well. So yeah, that's just about it for today's video. Been another jam-packed one. If you've got any questions throughout the day, please do feel free to get in touch. But other than that, let's hope the premium tip of the next best bet can do the business today, and then a couple of lucky 15 horses to really make it a memorable day. But hopefully this is a sign of a really big run. Looking forward to today's action. Thank you for watching today's video, and bye-bye.